Afraid of the child, Vegeta? Well, are you? You afraid he's gonna thwart your plans?
Thwarting my plans?
Thwart your plans?
Thwarting my plans?
Are you?
Well, I haven't really considered it.
What's up, everybody? StevDeS here, and welcome to another edition of Dragon Ball Days. Gohan, the first ever half-breed Saiyan born in Universe 7. Yeah, as far as we know. Gohan's existence was a revelation to not only Raditz, but Vegeta and Nappa early on in the Saiyan saga. Over time, we got to see the lad not only keep up, but extend his power far beyond the limits anybody could even muster at the time. Truly, this child was blessed with not only superior genetics, but power unlike people had ever seen before, up until Super. It wouldn't be until the Tournament of Power until we got to see Gohan really stretch his limits once more and achieve Ultimate Gohan. Again, just to fall short. But we're hoping it'll come back. He's got to be coming back. As for the surpassing limits thing, we'll see about that. With a lot of Chi-Chi's parenting in the early parts of Z, mixed with his conferences in the later part of Z early Super, Gohan kind of fell out of favor when it came down to getting as powerful as characters like Mr. Piccolo. Unlike what Vegeta wanted to see, exploring the limits of a half-human, half-Saiyan hybrid unfortunately fell on deaf ears when it came down to the series. But what if that wasn't the case? In this what if, a special set of circumstances were brought to the fold, meaning Gohan didn't get his mundane life until far later. Due to these circumstances, we put Gohan's existence on hold until after the Cell Saga, making his birth occur far later in the timeline and chronologically, causing another child of Son Goku to take up arms far earlier. AKA, what if Goten was born first? In the last part, Goten witnessed firsthand the rage of a Super Saiyan Grade 2 once it awakened in his father, following his mother's death. And who caused the death of Chi-Chi? Why, it was none other than everybody's favorite bad guy, Frieza. The Earthlings and Namekians would still get teleported off of Namek, just like canon, with Goten being knocked out by his father because, well, he's a little bit more headstrong than Gohan is, really. It kind of works against him sometimes. As far as the canon of Dragon Ball Z, I still see Namek's fate being reduced to space rubble as a clear thing. Frieza, let's be honest, is not going to be able to stand up to a Super Saiyan Grade 2. However, he would put up a good fight, and that's what Goku wants out of any of his foes. A good fight. The main difference here is that once Frieza's muscles shrank, that's all the patience Goku would have. Clearly showing that he's out of power, Goku wouldn't waste any more time and blow the tyrant away, just before trying to get off of Namek. Goten would have awoken at this point, and been looking around when he does find Mr. Piccolo and Krillin.
Good, he's waking up. You did good back there, kid. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I bet you gave Vegeta a run for his money, too!
What was that, bald man?
The prince then makes the scene, unhappy to hear that little bit of confidence come out of the, recently deceased human. Vegeta plans to fix that soon enough.
If it wasn't for Frieza and you idiots, I would be immortal. I would be Lord Vegeta. I would be the legendary Super Saiyan. And now, Kakarot is. But he's not here. That doesn't mean you can do anything while he's not around. You know his Super Saiyan power will actually dwarf you. Hurting any of us would be a death sentence for you.
Yeah, besides, it's not like any of us will bow to you. When he gets back, he's gonna! That's when Bulma gets the call from King Kai, and King Kai tells the news that, unfortunately, Goku was unable to escape the planet blowing up. Vegeta gloats just like in canon. Inadvertently, he won. Frieza's out of the picture, Namek's out of the picture, Goku's out of the picture. Nobody's around, and he's the most powerful warrior there is. This time though, when Goten speaks up, talking about keeping Goten alive just because he's another Saiyan and he'd be a good punching bag, this time Vegeta does punch him. He does understand that this child is getting more and more powerful every time he does fight, and he does have a spirit a lot like his father. Something Vegeta wants to crush. Not only that, but he's seen him go against Nappa. He's seen him go against himself the first time. He's tested his abilities on Namek. He's seen him fight Raccoon head on. And after that, he went toe-to-toe with Frieza a couple of rounds. Clearly, there's more than meets the eye to this child, and Vegeta wants to demonstrate his superiority and pound that spirit out of him.
Face it, brat! You're useless without your father! You, your mother, this entire planet is a planet full of weaklings. Now you have two choices, and I suggest you choose wisely. Bow before me, or die.
You?
First!
Goten then rushes in and does way better than Gohan did in the canon of the story. It gets to a point where Goten's Kamehameha is meeting Vegeta's Gallic Gun. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Unfortunately, Vegeta's gonna win. However, Goten does have a Mr. Piccolo and a Mr. Krillin to get him out of there before Vegeta kills him outright. At this point, Vegeta's too weak, so he just scoffs, wipes some dirt off his shoulder, tells them he'll be back to finish the job, and leaves. Vegeta's story up until 19 and 20 comes around. That's gonna stay pretty consistent. He's interested in finding Kakarot and learning how to become a Super Saiyan all on his own. Goten is pretty weak at this point in Krillin's arms. As they descend to the ground, Piccolo comes down to congratulate the young man. He did it. He stood up for his father's honor, all on his own. Goten weakly says that he wants to join up with Piccolo and Krillin, keep on training, be really powerful for when his dad comes back, and, for whenever Vegeta comes back. However, there is one person that did make it back to Namek. After all, everyone who was killed by Frieza and his men, they got brought back to life. That means Chi-Chi got brought back to life. The overprotective Chi-Chi gets in the way and says that no, Goten is going to study, he's got to keep up with this, and the Namek trip is over. That was the deal. And so things go similarly to canon, with Goten and Krillin and Piccolo all taking on Garlic Jr. It's really sad. Usually the Garlic Jr. saga is a thing in my stories. Kind of sucks. The Garlic Jr. saga sucks, but, it sucks that I can't do anything with it. Eventually, though, Frieza's ship does descend on the planet, and the Z-Warriors are gathered. Mecha Frieza and King Cold step off of the ship, and are met by a mysterious future warrior. This mysterious future warrior is wearing a purple gi, a small symbol of Piccolo's insignia on his right shoulder, and on the white flowing cape behind him, an insignia much larger of the same symbol.
Frieza, I never expected to be fighting you again.
I'm sorry, have we met before?
Oh yeah, we've known each other for quite some time, Frieza. Unfortunately for you, you're about to become a distant memory.
With that, the future warrior does take care of business, and the ship is actually spared this time. Bulma did say if she had some of that space technology, she could make a difference, so present Bulma could probably make a difference. The future warrior guides everybody away to where Goku is going to land shortly. However, he does stop, puts the capsule out for the drinks, and then turns his attention to Piccolo. By now, Piccolo has noticed the symbol. He recognizes it. And he also recognizes the gi that looks rather normal on this fighter. The future warrior tells Piccolo to follow him. He has something to say really quick. Some of the people around here don't need to hear it. When they get far enough away, Piccolo is confused, staring at the Future Warrior, wondering why he wanted to do this. And then suddenly, the Future Warrior turns on him, and in a flash, the Future Warrior is hugging Piccolo. This isn't a hug where he's preparing to do a throw or try to start an attack with the Namekian. This hug is something that the Future Warrior is displaying pain, loss. There's some reason that this adult warrior is hugging him, but for the life of him, he has no clue. He's just thinking it over in his mind. A guy who's wearing a gi like him and has that symbol on, and then it clicks. Piccolo figures out the identity of the Future Warrior.
Goten?
I'm glad you figured it out, Mr. Piccolo.
Yes, this is indeed future Goten, and Piccolo demands answers for this. These answers are given to him out of earshot of the Z Warriors and of the audience. Sorry, it's gonna come in a future part. Here, we still get the message about Goku and the heart virus, as well as the androids that'll be known in just a few years' time. Oh, and that kid over there, your kid, he's gonna need to become a Super Saiyan. If he doesn't, he's not gonna survive this. These monsters are stronger than you know. If he can't at least be a Super Saiyan, he's gonna fall just like everyone else.
Right! Don't worry, we'll handle it.
I know you will, Dad. Goku, I know you'll do this. With that, future Goten leaves and everyone's training begins, just like in canon. The major difference here is that Piccolo and Goku bring out the Super Saiyan rage in Goten. However, before that happens, Piccolo, thanks to being told in private, fuses with Kami. This gives the Z Warriors a bit of knowledge ahead of time that they do not have Dragon Balls right now. But they do have a plan to try to find Namek. Thanks to Krillin knowing King Kai and King Kai knowing where Namek is. Not only that, but they find out that instant transmission to King Kai's planet does in fact work. That's part of the plan. And so with Vegeta getting Super Saiyan Grade 1, Goten getting Super Saiyan Grade 1, and Kamikolo being part of the picture, things should go well, right? No, because of Super Saiyan Grade 2 advancing when the heart virus grabs Goku, he's out of commission before 19 and 20 even show up. He is being cared for by Chi-Chi, and the more it hurts, the more she heals. And so, Mr. Piccolo actually leads the charge against the androids. He tries to sense them out, but has confidence in Goten. Therefore, Goten fights 19 in the beginning. He does get surprised when he feels his energy being drained, and he's able to get out of the grab, sure, but a lot of his energy was already drained from his small body. He can't hold Super Saiyan up for very long without needing some time to recharge. That is when Vegeta comes in and saves his little rival. Being on the back foot and being almost out of energy as far as holding the Super Saiyan form, Goten is saved by his rival Vegeta. The only one that gets to kill that kid is the Prince. As Vegeta is mopping 19 all over the desert floor, Piccolo reminds Goten to let the Super Saiyan down. He needs to gather some energy after that. Vegeta mops things up, and the timeline proceeds just like in canon. With Jiro's death and 17 and 18 awake, this is where we're leaving things for right now. So what do you all think? Do you think future Goten will provide anything, or do you think he's just a stand-in for Trunks? What about the Future Saga? What happened there? And who might future Goten train with in the hyperbolic time chamber? You tell me by voting in that poll above. For more what-ifs in the realm of video gaming and Dragon Ball alike, such as if one of the most popular members of the Ginyu Force decided to turn into a good guy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!